Good morning. This is Chef Inspire. I'm here today to talk to you about operating at your full capacity or your full potential. Did you know that all manufacturers have built into their products a maximum capacity? Let's take our cell phones, for instance. I have an iPhone 8, and I know that my iPhone 8 can do a whole lot more than what I'm doing with it. I'm making videos, I'm texting, I'm calling, I'm taking pictures, but built into it, the capacity of the phone, it could do miraculous things. It could do maybe 1,000 different operations, but I'm only using a small portion of what the phone is able to do. And also my car, for instance. I have an Infiniti G37, and on my speedometer, the maximum speed of that car is 220 miles per hour. But society has built into their roads in America that the highest speed that you can reach in America legally is 70 miles an hour. This means that I am not even tapping into 50%, not even 50% of the capacity of the car, or 50% of the capacity of who I am. This is a metaphor. This is how society has built into our minds that we cannot reach our maximum capacity. But it's a lie. Our maximum capacity can be reached. It can be achieved. But we have to change our mindset. We have to start to think about who we are, why we were created. Why were we created? Who we are, and what was the purpose of our creation? Now, in the book of Genesis, it says that we were created in the image and the likeness of God. Now, image means that we were created to act like Him, with the same abilities as Him. And the likeness of Him is that we have the same characteristics of God. So if we created in the image and the likeness of God, that means that we were created with the ability to create. And if we don't tap into our ability to create, we are not acting like our Creator. We are only tapping in to a small, minute level of our capacity, of our potential. We are not operating at capacity. But we can change this. We can change this. We could change this by starting to dream. When you stop dreaming, what happens is you start to die. When you stop dreaming, when you stop having dreams of what you want to do. Yesterday at work, I asked one of the ladies that was working around me, and I asked her, I said, I said, are you going to retire from this job? And she said, yeah, I'm going to retire from this job. And I asked her, have you ever thought about doing something else or being something else? Maybe when you were a little girl, dreaming about being something else than what you're doing right now. And then she said, no, I never thought about it. And I said, just think about it. And then she started to come up with all these things that she wanted to do. I wanted to be a baker. I wanted to design things. I wanted to do so many other things that she's doing, but what she's going to do, her mindset was pushing her to just do what she's doing until she retire and then get old and die. Most of us stop living, truly living at the age of 35. Why? Because we have maxed out on what we're going to do. There's no new experiences coming into our lives. And if there's no new experiences coming into our lives, we have no greater capacity. We have reached our limit. We have reached the limit of who we are. So what we do every day is we go to work and we come home and we do our normal routines. And that normal routine is only broken maybe once a year when we go on vacation. And then once we finish vacation, we say, oh, let's return back to reality. Thinking that reality is what we created on a 9 to 5 every day, doing the same things the same way, going through the motions. We have limited ourselves to become small beings. When we were created to be dominators, to be rulers, to subdue, to own, to operate in super high capacities. Our brain has the ability to do more functions than any supercomputer that's on this earth. Our bodies have the ability built into them to do so much more, but we limit ourselves to mundane routine. Why don't we push ourselves anymore? Why don't we dream about what we want to become anymore? Why don't we take our dreams out of the closet and brush them off and pull them from under our beds and take out that book that we started to write and take out that dream that we had in our minds of becoming something other than what we're doing every single day. We can live at a greater capacity. We can have whatever we choose. We do not have to settle with the life that we have right now. If you are settling, then you are dying. You are dying. You have reached your capacity, and now it's only downhill from here. And some people, like I said, at 35 has already reached their capacity. I have big dreams. I have big goals. I have big things that I want to accomplish before I leave here. I want to leave a generational mark on this earth before I leave. And I know you do too. But we have allowed society to tell us, even though our speedometer says 220 miles an hour, we have let society tell us that we can only go 70 miles per hour, which limits us to less than half of our capacity. And when we are limited to less than half of our capacity, we take that and move it all around throughout our lives and start operating in less than half of our capacity. Let's start to dream again. Let's start to become creators, creating lives that are not only going to help us, but that's going to help future generations. You can do it. We can do it. We can raise our capacity of living, raise our capacity of thinking, raise our capacity of doing, so that we are not operating in the mundane, everyday 9 to 5, come home, sit on the couch type lifestyle. That's not what we are put here to do. We were put here to subdue, to dominate, create, and recreate. We were put here to add a contribution to the lives of others, not just us, our four and no more. You have something inside of you that only you can bring out. You have something inside of you that other people are waiting for you to bring forth to change their lives. You have a word, you have a book, you have a song, you have something inside of you that you are holding on to. And if you let it out, you could change the lives of others. God is waiting for us to become fully us. And He's built into us great, great capacity. But we are only operating in less than half of what we can do. Let's make a declaration. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I have the ability and the capability to do anything that I set my hands to do. I am more than a conqueror in every situation, and whatever I touch prospers. I am an overcomer, more than a conqueror in every situation. And I will do great exploits because my Father has said I can do it. You can do it. We can do it. Let's change our environment by changing the level of our capacity. Become not just regular humans, but superhumans, super creators, world changers. Do you get it? You got it? Good. If so, guess what? Your life will get better and better. If we start to rise, raise our capacity, raise our belief system, nothing's impossible. You get it? You got it? Good. Have a blessed day.